It's time to step inside the Octagon with your host, Ike Feldman.
What's up, fight fans? What's up, combat sports community? It's your boy, Ike Feldman, back with another edition of the Octagon. This time being joined by Flex Fight Series 40 alumni. I guess we could call it alumni. The card is in the can, so he is an alumni of this amazing event that took place in Queens, New York. Flex Fights always does it big. Aaron Rocka Brito, follow him on Instagram at Rocka MMA. He had one of the most showcase fights of the night against Rampersad. It was just elite kickboxing, especially for the local scene. Two guys who paced themselves, who were technically sound, who ran through the finish line. And if anybody's seen just amateur kickboxing, it could get sloppy. It could turn into like a Rocky 3 type of fight. But my man Rocka 3, he ran through the finish line. Beautiful teeps, beautiful knees, some swagger. Looked like he was like dusting off stuff, looking at his corner, looking at the ref, chilling in there. He entered the Matrix. Now he's entering the Octagon. My man, how we doing? I appreciate the time.
Bush, thank you so much, man. Yeah, I'm doing great. Healthy, in control. I'm having fun back in the gym. What's up? How's everything?
Good, man. Yeah, most impressively, I saw your fight Friday, and I was the idiot in the Captain America mask. So I think I was trying to like say, hey, and maybe you're not an Avengers fan, maybe you're a DC fan instead. But you were getting a lot of love, and people were giving you your flowers. How does that feel to put in so much hard work and then it pays off? It's a short-lived, um, it's a short-lived nirvana as a fighter because everybody immediately wants to know what's next. What's next? So talk to me through the build-up, fight night, and then just the exhale of the victory.
So the build-up was kind of like horrible. I had one of my worst fight camps ever. I had one of my worst like life camps ever. My mother passed away in June, and then my grandmother passed away in September.
Sorry to hear, brother.
It's all good. Thank you. And then my grandma passed away right after I got fight news. So I got the fight booked on September 25th, and then 27th she passed away. And I was about to pull out. I was like all over the place mentally. But then I had a couple of my teammates like tell me how good I am and put me back in the gym, put me on autopilot, just get me going. And I just committed, and I was like, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. He's gonna have to put me out, but we're gonna do this. I didn't really have a fight camp. I just had like a couple of my boys come through the gym every once in a while, hold pads, hit the bag a bit, move around, make sure my cardio is there. But mentally, it was horrible. I was crying all camp. I was up and down, sporadic, very like not there, not present. Same thing on fight night. On fight night, I don't know if everybody saw me, but I had 5 students and teammates fighting from Striking 101, and I'm usually the head coach or one of the head coaches. So I was just all around the venue, downstairs, upstairs. I was crying. I was in the bathroom. I was crying while I was getting my hair wraps. I was crying while I was warming up. And then I have one student. His name's Brian Guerrero. He's also a flex champion. He's like one of my closest friends. Gave me a hug. Told me like everything's gonna be fine no matter what. Got in there, and then the fight was not really a blur, but it was kind of autopilot. It was just like hearing things in the crowd and going. I got rocked in the first 15 seconds really big. He hit a beautiful overhand. After the overhand, kind of just reconfigured, got back to my game, started working. He had a beautiful game plan as well. He's very strong. And then after the fight, I kind of felt worse, if that makes any sense. Like right after the fight, you feel that adrenaline where you feel all good. yeah, I'm the best. I won, blah, blah. And then backstage, I get my like primal screams out. I usually scream before the fight, like, oosh, I scream. And then after the fight, I get like a rage scream out. And that usually like brings me back down to baseline. And then, yeah, ever since then, I'm just trying to like get back into camp, focus on the next one.
It's heavy, man. Um, how
Yeah,
will
man.
you prove the legacy of your family true? Were they scared of your fighting? Did they support your fight in full throttle? Talk to me about that.
My mom was like a sports mom growing up. So I played every sport. I did jujitsu for almost 20 years. I did a lot of like competing when I was younger. And then she stopped showing up when I was 18 when I got real. Like she went to my first couple fights. I had about 40 amateur fights. She went about to the first couple and then she was like, I can't do this, but I'll support you. And yeah, she was always there, always supporting, uh, hella loud. um, and yeah, to be honest, the legacy that I really see is just like being myself. She always wanted me to like not uh, be one of the people who just copy other people. I have brothers, and my brothers would act a certain way, and when I would act like my brother, she would be pissed off. So it's like all she ever wanted me to like find who I was, and then I started finding who I was like recently. I went to Thailand, I did a couple trips, and then yeah, now I feel like all that's left to prove is just like showing who I am in the ring, who I am outside the ring, who I am to my students, a balanced human being. And it's very hard to get to, but I'm trying. Contentness is what I'm looking for.
And you expressed it last Friday. As I mentioned in the open, you seem like you went to the Matrix like uh like you remember Cody Garbrandt, Dominic Cruz
Yeah.
when Cruz is throwing and Cody's looking and like doing the robot everything. It's like it really is an expression. I don't care what people say, oh, it's just fighting. No, I guarantee you that like a higher self came out of you and you don't even know it's in there and it
Yeah.
just flows. It's muscle memory. It's not thinking. It's just talk to me what it feels like in there compared to everyday life and then all of a sudden the switch is flipped.
Well, yeah, that's a great question. When I'm in there, honestly, like first, uh, you get the nerves, you're all in your head, and then like fists start flying, kicks start flying, and then you just like jolt into what you'd be doing in the gym. So like to me that fight was kind of weird. I didn't feel present to the second round. And you say the Matrix, it's hilarious because one, I'm a big Naruto fan. I have him on my chest. I've been a Naruto fan my whole life. And then secondly, my favorite fighter, and actually I'm proud to say now he's a good friend. Like we talk, we text, we go eat sometimes. Every time he's in New York, he comes to my gym. Lurdzilla, if you ever heard of Lurdzilla, he's one of the best Muay Thai fighters in the world for a long time. And everybody calls me Lurdzilla because like I just copy him, man. Sways, matrix, moving, his mannerisms. I talk like I'm in Thai. Side body. Uh, so when I'm fighting, I kind of like aspire to be him. I want to be Lurdzilla. Uh, so that's probably what came out. And then also going back to the Naruto, the Sharingan, the Uchiha bloodline, like it's said to say that they only awaken through trauma and like horrible things and seeing a loved one die, seeing a loved one pass, or like crazy events, and the Sharingan awakens. And then I felt like the second round, I kind of was in there, and then I started hearing my coach, my sensei, Jonathan Ruiz. He started screaming my friends' names. That's what that was. Like he started screaming, Joshu, Chris, Diego, Brian, and then I would just do the combos that they do to me in sparring. So that's what was coming out, like Tennessee, all these combos. And then that's where the matrix started happening. And that's where I started getting active. I started throwing flying knees, hook kicks. That was all my friends' combos. And it just got access from like me hearing their names. And luckily, like he was loud enough that like it reverberated. I heard him, boom, and it connected. And yeah, that I attribute that third round to him for that. And then after the fight, like normal life, I feel like it's just it's a constant battle to stay balanced and like I'm very good at faking my energy and like showing people a mask. You have to when you're a teacher or a coach. I talk a lot, so like I have a lot of people who look up to me and a lot of people who have their careers or like their future in my hands, so to say. So in person, in my everyday life, I just try to keep going, stay present, not focus on the future too much, not focus on the past. Just be here. As long as I'm here, I got enough knowledge that I can like dish it out and steer people the right way. So like I'm focusing on lately and every day, just like being alive, being here. Uh, it's funny, a bunch of like psychedelic users say it, like just being present, touching trees, looking at the sky, breathing air, having fun with my friends, like doing things are helping me lately. Other than that, I'm just training a lot. Train like maybe 6 hours a day, 6 days a week.
Incredible. And that's and again we're being joined by at Rocka MMA. We got to get the Rockefeller sponsorship. That's low hanging fruit. Where you at, Jay-Z? Where are you
Fire.
at? Rock is in the building.
The whole
Um the Hove. Um yeah, I like what you're saying. Especially being present because when I got tripped up, it was like chasing for the future, something that wasn't
yeah,
guaranteed, something that it was like a smoke, like running through a mist, endless mist. You ever play Assassin's Creed?
I have, yeah.
You know when the you're about to load into a level and you can just run into an infinity.
Yeah, the abyss.
Dude, that's what people need to explain what like anxiety is. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's like I think if you wait for a second, the game loads faster. If you just stand still, you can jump into the level faster. I just started playing the third one recently, so that's why it's hot on my mind. Um, but yeah, whenever I got tripped up, it was running into the abyss. I love everything you're saying. You're not only a warrior or a samurai in the cage, but yeah, you're just a samurai straightforward because from what I heard, that samurais were when there was no war, they worked on the garden, not the women. They
Yeah.
they painted pictures. They were just part of the community. Sharpen the blade, obviously, stay sharp, keep the tools ready. But when there was a war on the horizon, that's when there was the and dust off the shoulder pads and all the gear. And I feel
Yeah,
like
get to
you're
work.
living that lifestyle. And it's funny that you brought up Naruto. I actually got so the Matrix what got me into MMA. Watching like 20 years ago, watching Neo and Morpheus. I got in trouble because is the anime people came at me because Israel Adesanya and Anderson Silva. Remember that they did
Yeah,
the.
they do the
So I said,
wave.
"Oh, look
Rock
at
Lee.
Anderson doing the Matrix." That I've never had so much like interaction on a post. I don't even know what the hell. I didn't even hashtag anything. All of a sudden, the whole Naruto community came at me like, "Oh,
Naruto. Hold on, I
that's
gotta stop you.
oh
Naruto.
Naruto." The whole sorry,
They,
the whole Naruto
I'm saving
community
you.
came at me. They said, "This is from the Matrix.
Yeah.
Stole from that." And I'm like, "All right, all right, all right. I give up." Oh,
But yeah, I feel that there's parallels and everything though. So like I'm never I'm glad you brought up samurais. The Book of Five Rings, I read it every before every fight, literally.
do you have the right
And
one? I have like three
yeah,
or
I have the
four.
real ones.
Which
I
one
have
is
the
the which is I have it in the Amazon cart, like four of
so
them.
I have two. I have one that's like a pamphlet that's very small, and then I have the hardback book that was like the red one that got remade and had like his life story beforehand and then the book. Um but in the reason why I brought it up is just like you said, they work in the gardens, but Miyamoto Musashi's main thing was be everything. Don't just be a samurai. Learn everything. Have a little knowledge about every little thing, psychology, how people move, butchers, blacksmith, like fall into all these other things and it's gonna help your martial arts. So I always live by that rule where like, yeah, I do this a lot and it's consuming most of my day, but I love everything. I try and expand my mind as much as possible when I'm going into like any fight or any situation where I have to teach or do something with my students. I'm always just like preparing myself to, oh, let's go over here, let's hit some golf, let's fucking play some basketball, let's do something, right? Instead of just being like, all right, yo, gotta train, gotta stay tough, bro. I don't like it like that. I like it like just chilling, enjoying life, and seeing what comes to me, right?
Amazing. You're gonna attract every sort of people from all walks of life with that attitude. Um,
So
I respect that. Um, you are levels advanced in terms of communication, not only through verbally, spiritually. I feel I'm just gonna take a leap of faith here. You live a clean life, correct? Not getting
a
hung
little bit.
over, not getting hung
Oh,
over
I don't
every
drink.
weekend.
Yeah, no, I don't drink at all.
Okay, that,
I
that
don't
that's the
drink at
killer.
all, and I don't take I haven't took a pharmaceutical pill in like 10 years except for Dramamine.
Gotcha.
Dramamine is the only thing I take because I get motion sick on planes.
Uh,
So I take Dramamine.
got you.
That's it.
Well, you're gonna need it when you're fighting in one championship, so
Ooh
that's a
wee.
long flight,
Fire.
so be ready for that. But
Yeah, man. 24 hours.
since I've stopped cut off the drinking, you probably started way before me. Um, you start to see the energy of people like kind of like differently lined up. I don't know. You can see more flaws in people,
Mm.
more anxiety in people, more nervousness in people. And it's like, it's almost like you have the ability to see it. So you are almost responsible for calming them down, not making them angry. Um, is striking 101 open to the public or is it just high level striking for fighters?
Now we're open to the public. We have a good student base of beginners, people who are just here for self-defense, fitness. And then we have a huge fight team. Our fight team is really like long. We have about like 55 fighters, maybe.
Right, right,
Uh,
right. I know you guys are on the scene for like probably a couple decades, at least a decade. I've known of
yeah.
Striking 101.
So yeah, but we're open to the public. Like you could just walk in, set up an intro, get a free class.
My point, the business guy, I don't even know if they carry suitcases or briefcases anymore, but the
Okay.
business guy with the tie who works
Yeah.
too hard, whose wife isn't helping, whose kids are screaming, and fucking squash isn't doing it for him or golf. What's and you know this, because you're probably seeing this guy like Neo in the Matrix. You're probably seeing this guy's lines are like out of sync, blurred up, unsynchronized to make another Assassin's Creed reference. How do you approach uh Joe the business guy?
In what sense? Like, just
He goes to you, you're the first person he locks eyes with, and he goes, hey man, like he's intimidated, he's seen the UFC on TV, but he's still freaking intimidated, like it's real, it's happening. What's your approach to, I don't know, to get him going, get him started, get him to
oh,
be under the roof of Striking 101?
so usually I'm like very animated in person. I'm loud as a mug. I scream a lot.
Really?
But when
That's
I
awesome.
talk to people, I usually like first things first. I just want to know who they are. Like I ask them questions that have nothing to do with martial arts. How was your day first? Always. How was your day? Not just good. Oh, good. What did you do? All right, nice. That's cool. I get a rapport first. Always. You have to know who you're talking to because a lot of people, they have we're not always present in reality. Like people create their own realities. There's a bunch of different realities going on at once, but there's always the real reality of what life is that we all share. And sometimes you have to like bring people back down to reality. Like especially somebody who's very, very nervous. There's nothing to be nervous about. You're alive. You're gonna be alive for a long time, hopefully. And this is a journey, martial arts especially, where it never ends. You could be John Jones and you're still training and learning. It never ends. It's an endless journey of knowledge. It's to me, it's not fighting. I don't look at martial arts as fighting at all. I look at it as I tell my students it's high level problem solving and human development. That's what martial arts is to me. It's just about mental problem solving, intricate little things that you have to figure out. You don't have to go hard. You don't have to swing hard. You don't have to swing fast. You just got to figure things out. This works this way. This pathway works this way. Why does this work? Things like that. And then human development, just becoming a good person on the journey. Martial artists are always, if you've ever met like a real one, they're really good people. Like they're not scary. They're not dickheads. They could speak to you. They could just talk to you about anything. And then a fighter will just have this ego, like, yo, like, okay, cool, like, but I'm the best, you know? But a martial artist would just be, all right, yeah, that's cool. So like I live in that kind of aspect. And then when somebody new starts talking to me about martial arts, I try to sway as far away with martial arts as possible and just make it like, all right, this is gonna help whatever you want to achieve in life. It's gonna help your brain, it's gonna help your body, it's gonna help your mind, it's gonna make you feel better. You're gonna get aggression that you get to relieve. So it's to be honest, it's one of the most life-changing sports or hobbies that you can pick up. So that would that's what I would say to somebody who would like want to join my gym. And then for fighters, I would just let the work speak for itself. I would just say names and accolades of my friends, and yeah, that's about it.
Sold to the man in the hoodie.
Thank you. It's cold.
Amazing. um, do you believe that martial arts should be incorporated into high schools? Because I know in Brazil they do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Maybe in some Asian countries they do Muay Thai or karate or
Mm.
Taekwondo. I don't know, but um, I just think it would. Yeah, everybody says the bullying thing. But what about the somebody who is quiet, who's not even bullied, who's like just like one egg in a whole bunch? I
Mm.
think it will give that person confidence. What are your thoughts on martial arts incorporated into a teenager's life? And what have you
All
seen
right,
from
so
personal experience?
yo, that is like the best question you could have asked me. So I have a Joshu. Joshu is a second degree black belt. He's one of my friends. He's like 48 now, but he looks like he's like 20. His name is Joshu Pablo. Uh Joshu Pablo works in the school district at like he's like high up in the school district. And a couple years ago he tried to get karate in the schools and he almost got to the last like branch or whatever, and then they got shut down at the last second. And then he's in process to get it going again. But yeah, like literally, my Joshi Pablo is like trying to get karate, straight karate, like Kyokushin and Shotokan. It's not the best for fighting, but it is the best for principle, technique, all that good stuff, and just keeping people in a good mindset. In schools, I did seminars for about 3 years. I would go to after schools for the seminar programs, and I would do them in summers. So I would do all the summer kids. I did kindergarten, fourth grade, sixth grade, and ninth grade. What I learned the most is that it really brings people together a lot more than you would think. Because you're all doing something new, you're all doing something crazy. Nobody's the best, so you're like, it brings a lot of people closer and it brings friendships that you never think you would get. Like that's the first aspect of it for school. Like it brings people a lot closer together and a lot easier to talk to each other when you're scared of getting punched or kicked or in front of somebody. And then when I would do the seminars, I would mostly teach jujitsu and self-defense, like headlocks and hair pulls and range and distance. Uh, so I think, to be honest, it's one of the most important things that should be taught in schools. If not, it should be an after-school program, always available for free to the public. I used to love PAL when I was growing up. They used to have a free boxing gym. And if you've ever watched, like, there was a documentary on Showtime a couple years ago about the Golden Gloves. And a lot of like high-level boxers who are pros now came out of the PAL gym. So it's very weird that like it's not more prevalent, and I understand that they don't want kids to get rocked and hurt and have injuries growing up. But there's a way, especially like cardio bag work classes and jujitsu at a good level, put mats on the floor, no wrestling, no slams. Uh, it can really, really take like the public to a higher level because then everybody would be adept and no one would really be afraid to walk around. Bullying would probably go down as well. So it's a perfect question. I love that question so much. Um, I hope one day that maybe New York soon. I know other states, I think Colorado or there's other states that have programs for college that you can like master in something. So hopefully one day. Yeah. And in Thailand, yeah, the kids right after school, right into the gym. I was there for about 2 months, and you would just see like little kids with the most heart. They're in the gym running 15 miles, like not 15 miles, like 15 kilometers before. And then after school, they come back and they do their pad work. And you're like, yo, like, how old are you? And they're like, I'm 7, but I'm going to be a champion one day. And I'm like, how many fights you have? I got 30 fights. Oh,
Oh my God.
never mind. You're the king. I got you. So, yeah, it's a good culture, man. And hopefully one day.
Wow. You gave me goosebumps, man. Holy smokes. It's the dream. It's the dream. I think I mean everybody could it doesn't have no and not everybody has to take a cage fight, but hey, if you want to learn judo or you want to learn Kyokushin or you want to learn jujitsu, karate, I don't know. Everybody should just know something just to feel confident because confidence is everything.
Mm.
And it's I mean, look at the NFL Combine. There's hundreds of 6'4", 250-pound guys. How come not all of them are pros? It's because the ones who figure it out mentally, they excel
Yeah.
and break through. Now let's make it about you at Rocka MMA. Again, my man Aaron, I appreciate the time. What would be a goal or a dream that when you achieve would just be like, is this real? Am I dreaming?
That's also a good question. I'm gonna relate this to just me as a human being. Like when I have a kid, that's gonna be that moment. I'm gonna pour everything into that little mug, male or female. And when I have a kid, that's that gonna be like, oh shit, it's time. Other than that, like just having my own gym would be cool. Uh, Running my own things, having my student make it. I want some of my students, some of my teammates, like I have some of them at a high level. One's with me right now. His name is Quan Darlin or Laquan Darlin. He's a amateur flex champ. Uh, he's like a really good friend of mine, and I want to see his success as well as I want to see my main student Brian Guerrero. I want to see him hit the UFC one day. Like I want them to big me up instead of me having to big them up. That would be awesome. Uh, then just being like I said earlier, like Reagan Ursel. Reagan Ursel is such an inspiration to me. Just doing it in different sports and having people look at you like, what the hell is he? How does he do this? So yeah, being a champion in Muay Thai, kickboxing, MMA at the same time, like having 3 belts where I could be like, yo, I'm a 3 sport champ. That's gonna be the big goal. And then other than that, it's just like getting old, man. I want to get old. I never really thought about it like that until recently, but yeah, I just want to get old, man. I want everything to unfurl the way it's supposed to. Let the universe fall into spots. Let me hit my dots. I always talk about dots on the timeline. I want to hit my dots and not get short-handed on that. And yeah, that's about it. There's not really much aspirations. I don't care about money too much. I don't care about like everything that comes with it, like fans and Instagram and cool cars and diamonds. I care about like love, kind of. Just real people, genuine friendships, living, food. I'm gonna eat like a mug after this. And yeah, that's about it.
100% agree on everything. I was actually like my family is divided on the election. I go, how cool would it be if they just said, you know what, we're gonna run this country together. Sorry for making this divisive and be like a UFC Vegas main event guys, but we're actually gonna
Yeah,
run together and make this a better like. And I
that
don't
would be
know,
dope.
and I don't smoke, so my family's looking at me like, what is he on like
What is he
PCP?
on?
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm on love. I'm on love.
I'm on love, mom. Yeah, I'm on the
Dude,
same vibe.
we've chopped it up for almost 30 minutes. How crazy is that? It's been
Yeah, it's
a
amazing. Time
flow.
flies.
I appreciate how your mind works. And finally, give a shout out to whoever you want to give a shout out.
Shout outs. Main shout outs would be like I just want to shout out all my students first. My students, they don't understand it as much because they're just showing up to the gym every day, but they mean a lot, like way more than they think. Every exchange, every talk, every exchange of knowledge, like it really means a lot to me. And then I always tell my students, like I scream a lot, so I always tell them, like, I don't care if you're the best fighter, I don't care if you're the strongest one here, the fastest one here. I care if you're a good person. That if I needed to talk to you, I could talk to you, and all of them always show me that they are. So that's one of the things I want to shout out the most. Then I just have like a big team behind me of a lot of people who I really love. Like first I'll just start like my sensei Jonathan Ruiz, then Diego Yagasser. He's a pro fighter. He's fighting this Friday, no, this Saturday in a Muay Thai pro fight. He's gonna scrape it, do amazing. Brian Guerrero is my main student. Trained him from the first day he walked in the gym. Harveer Singh is my lighthouse, is my love. Juan Darlin, we have Bartek, we have Dennis, we have AJ, we have Joshu Chris, who's like my twin. A bunch of other names, if I'm missing any, and then my family, and that's about it. And I want to shout out my opponent. He's a really genuine dude. He right when he got back to his state, he got stitches. And then he made like a great post about me and respecting my family. So I really want to shout him out as well. So that was really cool. Other than that, if I missed you, sorry. I'll catch you when I see you in person. Yeah, that's about it.
Catch you with his words, not his fist, right?
Hopefully.
My man, you look terrific this past Friday. Flex Fight Series 40. Unbelievable showcase of martial arts skills, calmness, overcoming adversity. Love and appreciate your energy. Love and appreciate your words. Just speaking from the heart, and I believe that. One day, I don't believe it. You said it twice that you're yelling at your students, obviously with love, but I don't believe it. I can't picture
Bro, I get
you
up
getting
there.
over a certain
Don't worry,
decibel.
I got many facets, bro. I get up there.
I will have to see this one day in person.
Of course, man.
Potentially, I'm trying to eventually do like a day in the life of. So it'll be the Rockas in the building one day.
Ooh, wee, that sounds fire.
So I don't
That's
know.
dope.
I'm gonna watch you just like make an egg, watch you make a bowl of oatmeal,
Walk to the store.
walk to the store. Oh my God. But my man, I appreciate the time. And yeah, keep doing what you're doing. You're
Hell
you're
yeah.
doing more than you think.
Hell yeah, man. Thank you so much. Thank you for the time as well and the opportunity to talk. You're amazing, man. I was checking through your stuff. You're like legit. I love it. Everything you do, how you conduct yourself as a human being also. Like it's hard to have a conversation like this with everybody. You can only have it with a few people on the same wave. So
1000%.
frequency. Love it.
I appreciate you, brother. Talk to you soon.
Of
Peace.
course. Thank you. Peace.